stumbling to
All right, we have 2 commercials, and then we'll have our second commercial to wrap up the fun entertainment, this part of the show. All right, so here's our first commercial.
Ticket to a Bearden versus Farragut football game, $3.
Acme cream, $4.50. Sears, $25.
SAT prep course, $200. Prom dress, $250.
Straight tea, $600.
Ready to sing every Sunday at 7:45 a.m. Priceless.
Another thing for your teenage years. There's JR.
All right, now we're going to line up for our production of A Church Street Carol. All right. This is a story about Ebenezer. Oh, I'm sorry, I mean Jim Rogers. A kind-hearted music director and organist of Church Street United Methodist Church. For 30 years, he has been driven, dedicated to the music. He is constantly challenged, though, at every turn. And those youth, those kids, always the same questions, always the same issues.
Jim, I know it's Christmas Eve, but I'm really tired and I want to go home. My family misses me. I'm tired. Can I go home?
What could you ever want to go home for Christmas? This is the pinnacle of my church here with choir. This is where we shine. Our Rogers family, we do everything. Perfectionists we are.
But I'm really tired. Can I go home? Can I just go home, please?
Oh, absolutely not. I cannot stand for this. This will be not tolerated. I can accept nothing less than perfection. We can work on this and we'll be perfect and
whatever.
Well, Jim is frustrated. He needs a rest, he needs a break. He needs some real sleep.
James R. Rogers, you will be visited this night by 3 ghosts. They will come at the toll of the bell.
Funny word.
Of choirs past.
I have no idea. Never seen it
For you are a rock, our fortress, and our redeemer. And now I'd like to introduce all of you our brand new choir director, Jim Rogers, and his lovely wife, Mary Jane. This is going to be a short moment. He does know Bill Gray.
And now, thank you for your attention, and after the last hymn, if you will please come forward and greet the Rogers family. In the afternoon, Jim will run the first choir practice. At close to 4 o'clock, we don't have many members in the choir room.
These guys, they're always running late. My clock every week knows what time's going through, and it keeps going through, and they're always running late, always not doing the right thing. All I want is to strive for close to perfection most of the time, and we can get there.
Where are the altos? Where are the altos?
Yes, over there. We've done it, okay. It's a scrum rehearsal, we've done this all before. Okay, so let's all get started. Everyone ready to start now? Okay. Let's start with, let's just warm up a little bit. Let's use some vibe and energy, and let's go with a little, ooh, for a little we're feeling with it. Well, that's close. Let's warm up our vocals. It's very important to warm it up just with some mayonnaise, all right? So, mayo, 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 mayo. It'll work for now. It'll work for now. So let's Vince. All right, let's take it from the top. What should we go with? A little yeah.
Something.
Yes. Okay, with some energy. All ready? Here we go. 1, 2. Turn the piano to There. Let's make this working a little better, all right? Everyone, this energy, and from the top. 1, 2, 3, and heart. You're still off. I don't know what it takes to get.
Wait, I have to pee. Can I get some water?
We're only going to be here for another 45 minutes, and then there'll be a little bit extra on top of that.
And again, as you see, Jim Rogers, frustrated, needs a rest.
Oh.
Jim Rogers! I am the ghost of Choir Tours Past!
All right, everyone. Let's start to get going here. We've got a tough schedule to meet. We've just been to Pikes Peak. And we have 15 minutes. The next stop at Burger Doodle, and then after that we're going to Toronto. We're fixing up a nice suite for Mary Jane and myself. None of this. No, we don't want any of this tomorrow. The dress ain't perfect. Well, we do need to oh my goodness, guys, we've done this all before so many times. Let's get a count from the top. All right, ready? We'll start from that. 1, 2, 5. Guys. Everything.
Where are we going?
The people getting the choir ropes together have all messed things up again, and the choir music is strewn all over the place. Although the one carrying the choir stand did an excellent job.
I want to carry the sand.
No. Oh my goodness, I can't take it everywhere I go. It's just frustration. These guys can't get it together.
And so, choir tour has now come to a close.
all of you in the congregation, Virginia and I would like to welcome these children back from their tour. It has been a magnificent tour, and especially we are so glad to welcome the lovely, where is Mary Jane? The lovely Mary Jane. Thank you, Mary Jane, for so well representing the church. And thank you to all parents for these lovely, lovely children. And of course, we should give a word of thanks to the wonderful bus driver. Carry our children on their tour. And on this hot summer day, for the heating and air repairman. We are truly thankful.
After all of this work and everything I bleed into this choir in this community, I cannot believe it. Everyone gets thanks except for here. I've worked so hard for all of this.
And finally, Jim Rogers needs a break. He takes a final rest.
Oh my goodness, you would not believe I've had the most incredible dream.
And J.R.'s heart has been warmed. He finds that it's more than the music and the work and the time and the effort. It's the people.
Yes, God bless us, everyone.
Burger Doodle, $4.50. New York City Coast Guard, $5.
Myrtle Beach t-shirt, $12. St. Louis Arch keychain, $14.
Lincoln Memorial pencil sharpener, $16.
Air Force Academy sweatshirt, $24.
Ticket to the Atlanta Braves baseball game, $26.
Hotel evacuation at midnight, priceless.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much. That really, it was fabulous. Good job to all the skit people. Of course, thank you to Mary Jane. So, the next speaker up is Charlotte Walker, which is the class of 1996. Oh my.
Hi. I'm so happy to see all of you guys here tonight. So many happy, smiling faces brought together by Jim Rogers. Thanks, Jim. Yeah. I don't know if you realize how many lives you touched and how many lives those lives have touched all through the years. And I guess I wanted to say a few words. I have many wonderful memories of choir tours and choir camps. I remember choir camp at Tennessee Wesleyan, huh? I think that was my first one of them, yeah. I remember playing spades on a bus throughout most of the Midwest. Yeah. I don't know what was outside those windows, but my guitar was good. Anyway, I thought that I would share one of my favorite choir memories sort of the same memory over many years of Christmas Eve services at Church Street. Like many of you, I've probably heard the music from about every seat in the house. The pews, the acolytes, the chairs, the choir loft. It's been a lot of fun, but it's changed a little bit over the years, but not too much. And I don't know how it happened, but it really got to the point where it didn't feel like Christmas until I had watched Mr. Rogers playing Still, Still, Still on the Celesta, bobbing his head and attempting to conduct us with some pointed glares, and it worked. We managed to pull it off. I think until I held a kind of worn, faded copy of Oh Holy Night with the words arranged by J.R. Rogers in the corner, and we poked each other to, yeah, that probably was him. And, and one of my favorite memories is standing on the balcony in the back of the church with the choir at midnight when we're all lighting our candles and singing Silent Night, and you can sort of see the halos that form around the congregation as the lights go down. It's really very beautiful, but until you've been in the choir, you probably haven't seen the church from that perspective. It's some of my favorite things. And I guess, I know that it's going to be Christmas Eve at Church Street, but I'm not quite sure it's going to be the same without Jim Rogers conducting the music. Thanks.
To be on the recent tour to New York City, and one of the things that you notice when you're a chaperone of something like this is it gets late at night and you're starting to look for places that only adults are allowed into. Just going to share with you one little story about Jim that actually when I met his daughter, we were doing Romeo and Juliet together in Hawaii. And Jamie and I actually had to go away for a function somewhere. And Jim and Mary Jane were left here with Paul and Susie. I know. He says, I'm going to kill you. And, so I figured, gee whiz, they're such nice people to come over here with their daughter. So I had a membership while I was there to the Outrigger Canoe Club. And we parked them at a table, and I said, order whatever you like, we'll be right back. Well, 2 hours later we came back, and there wasn't much left of them. My kind of guy. Good. Listen, we want to kind of identify how many people were here, and again, thank you, Mary Jane, by the years of graduation. So if you just stand for just a second when your graduation year is up, and then we'll know who's here from when. So if you graduated from 1977 to 1982, okay, thank you. Very good. Thank you, stand for. All right. Okay, thank you. 1990 to 95. Woohoo! All right, 1996 to 2001. Very good. There you go. That's the next one, James. 2002 to 2008. All right. Very good.
How much you hated us wearing flip-flops on Sundays and choir tours, so we got you your very own hair. And just a reminder of all your parking at Houston football games.
All right, we have the next speaker up, Mr. Reedy Swanson.
Hello, I'm Reedy Swanson. I graduated this year, actually, a few weeks ago, and so I'm here to speak on behalf of the current generation of youth choir members. So, as we've all experienced, there are a number of things which make JR such an invaluable director, his talent, his technique, but what we have enjoyed the most is his sense of fun, which he brings not only to the choir camp and on tour, but into the rehearsal room every Sunday. And it is in that spirit that I would like to share with you tonight some of the practical jokes that have been devised in my time to play by the youth choir to play on JR, some of which, fortunately for him, never quite actually happened. So any discussion, I think, of such pranks has to begin with the old standard bearer. And I don't know how far back this goes, so some of you may have been involved at some point. But since I've been around, it's been a tradition at choir camp at skit night to douse JR with water at some point to his deep chagrin. And no matter how many ways he tried to protect himself, it seemed like he always ended up wet by the end of the night. And along the theme of JR being wet, I would like to move on to the most recent plot, which from the trip that we actually just got back from, that we went on to New York. On that voyage, there was one particular upperclassman who was bound and determined to see you hurled into the depths of the swimming pool. And I imagine you can just exactly guess who that was. And you don't know how lucky you were that we got so late to Gettysburg, because that's the hour that he had appointed for that. So by the time we got to Gettysburg, it was too late and the pool was already closed. I was very disappointed. Finally, I think the most creative scheme I've heard about sprung from the trip to Canada in 2005. It was devised by the older high schoolers, and really isn't it always? But this particular scheme involved a piece of fruit and a distinctly unwholesome magazine. The idea was that someone would attach the fruit to the magazine before we had to go through customs and put them in your luggage. So, when the officers were searching the baggage, they would find the fruit, pull it out, and the magazine would come with it, causing all kinds of embarrassment. That's one of those that never quite got around to actually happening. So for these years of entertainment, JR, we thank you. But more importantly, we owe you gratitude for your years of dedication and service and ministry. And I know I speak for all of us when I say that you will be missed. It's been our privilege. We may not be the most talented of choirs, and I can guarantee we're not the most quiet or obedient. But we know that we're one of the most well-directed. Your enthusiasm has kept our program going strong all these years, and we appreciate it more than we can say. Thank you. Good night.
Thanks, Reedy. I appreciate that. Y'all have to make sure that you get up here and see this picture that we've got. I swear, he probably weighs 50 pounds wet. He looks like a bobblehead doll. It's just as big and teeny tiny body. Well, we'd like to sit and acknowledge some of the contributions by you, the choir. So, you just kind of raise your hand. Let's see. Everyone who ever sang a solo, please stand. Very good. Very good. Thank you very much. Anyone who went on to pursue music after high school? Look at that. Very good. Thank you. Okay, who still thinks of Jim as Mr. Rogers or JR? Yeah, me too. All right, who threw JR into a body of water? I see, okay. Now, which of you will actually admit to it? He's retiring, you know. Okay. Let's see. Or dumped water on his head. Poor little Rebecca. Yes, I did it. I did it. That's right. That's why we're in church and there's prayer. Who got lost on choir tour? Like that. Who was lost? Didn't know they were lost. But no, we're fine. I like this one. Whoever met a police officer on choir tour in any capacity? Apparently that incident is something that is written in stone in this church. I heard it, and just about, yeah, it was very funny. All right, and finally, who ran out of money on the tour? Well, Ben, yes, of course, you. Very good. Let's see. Very good. And now there is a presentation of a song, especially composed for the occasion. Wow, Mr. Vance. Vance?
I wouldn't call it a song exactly, but you'll find out just what I mean. When JR, or AKA Jim, AKA Mr. Rogers, came to Church Street, the fact that he did spirituals was a little bit of a jump for, I think, the Church Street congregation at the time. By the way, I was a scholarship student when he came in, so I'm class of 77 from Bearden, but was around before I went to SMU. So I thought if Jim had just pushed the envelope a little bit more, we might have rap music in church. So in honor of his retirement, we're calling this the Jim Rogers Retirement Rap. So if I had some backup singers, I'd appreciate it. Dark glasses would be good. And your part is, you can all do this really. It's just yo, 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 JR. Yo, yo, hey, keep it up. Yo, 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 JR. Keep it up. Have to get costume. Yo, 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 JR. Yo, 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 JR. Yo, looking at JR cool. My mama didn't raise me to be no fool. That's right, they call me JR, the J's for Jim, because I can jimmy up the key on an anthem or a hymn. The R is for Rogers, because it's a well-known fact that I'm an efficient machine like a Rogers Cadillac. I'm the kickin'est core director in town, and I look JR cool in my flowing black gown. The organ I play is Aeolian Skinner's. With that bad boy I can drown out all the tenors. I play it fast, I play it with precision. I've been even known to use the antiphonal division. My assistant is wicked, her name is Raina. There's nothing I can teach her, though I've tried to train her. I claim she wins some congressional medals, but we're both so short we barely reach the pedals. When I move my hands or wave my stick, y'all boys in the hood better know I'm sick. If musical snobs want to meet a bit dark and say not enough bark, I say Shaw Parker. From Joe Martin to the Mojo of play, I've conducted them all. And oh, by the way, to help me lose calories and get a lot of dinner, I've done about 20 magical dinners. When I came to Church Street back in '79, the one thing that was on the youth choir's mind was not like, is this guy loaded or poor, but will he take his homies on the choir tour? He goes to New York and places time and again, and I wonder if there's any place I haven't been. From the Appalachian Mountains to the New Orleans Bay, when my youth choir sings, they get blown away. Yo, yo, yo. I'm going to retire. I've gone through Toombs K and Bishops Looney and Carter, Darris Dorland, Bill Fowler. I work with one month harder. I've hung up with the singer, the player, the pastor. I've gone higher, better, farther, and faster. So now it's my time to jump out of the pool. Remember, there's not a tougher dude than J.R. Cool.
I've never felt so white in my life. I'm sitting there going, oh my God, I lost the beat! That's great. And I'm in the bass section now, too. That's great. Well, we'd also like to acknowledge everybody who came in from out of town. The kids here are still doing the same rap, so this is good. If anybody came from out of town, would they please stand? Wow, what a compliment. And it says here that apparently the prize for coming the longest distance, which makes sense, is KK Smith Fryer, who came all the way from Oregon. So, anyway, somebody else that took a rather circuitous way of getting here, someone who is now very fond and dear to my heart, which is Jennifer Mount, who was on the recent tour with us, apparently had to sit up with Mark 24 hours in a hospital at some point, and
I wasn't sick.
yes. Anyway, we have a presentation, some things from Jennifer, and things to say.
I really don't know how I'm supposed to follow Vance. Anyway, the first words I'm going to say are really not my own. They come from a couple of letters that I'm going to read to you. Greetings, Jim and Mary Jane. Soon the day no one ever wanted to come will arrive. You will retire from your position at Church Street United Methodist Church. It's a sad time for all of those who deeply appreciate you and the splendid contributions you have made to their lives through your musical talent. However, I sincerely hope and pray that it is a happy time for the Rogers family. You've worked faithfully and diligently and produced a glorious music ministry for a great church over many years. Now it is time for you to relax and enjoy life from a different perspective. Jim and Mary Jane, I just want to say thank you. You have blessed me personally by the commitment of your God-given talents to the proclamation of the good news. Since leaving Church Street United Methodist Church, I have used your music ministry as the standard for all other such ministries, and none can compare. Thank you for leaving your imprint of excellence on the lives of so many children, youth, and adults, those who had the privilege of being in your choirs, and those who were blessed by being in the congregation. Yes, the number is staggering. A lot of people rise up to call you blessed. Thank you for the personal example of Christian living that you've always given to those around you. Your spirit of caring, reaching out, touching, smiling, and producing magnificent musical messages will never be forgotten by those who've had the joy and privilege of knowing you. May God richly bless you as you enter a glorious new phase of your lives. Come see us here at the beach. Love, joy, and peace. Tunes HK. Dear Jim, this weekend many have gathered to renew acquaintances and relate old stories of choir adventures and Jim Rogers sayings. What an appropriate way to say thank you. Jim, you have given most of your professional career to Church Street United Methodist Church and to the Knoxville music community. How blessed all of us are. Yes, thank you, Jim, very much for your many contributions to the culture of East Tennessee. I really should have Bennett reading this one. He can sound this one better. I remember how well I felt when learning I was appointed to Church Street as senior pastor and would have the opportunity to work with you as director of music ministries. In the words of Job, I had heard of you by the hearing of the ear, but now my eye sees you. Contrary to Job, who referred to these comments to God, I did not repent in dust and ashes. Rather, I look forward to sharing with you as we led the people of God each week in divine worship. You see, both you and Mary Jane were associated with my sister Eleanor at Birmingham Southern College back in the 60s. Sister and you are part of a news network composed of the American Guild of Organists and other musicians. She had given me notice of your very fine reputation for producing some of the most excellent church choirs in all of Methodism, and anywhere else for that matter. Sister was correct. Thank you, Jim, for bringing to the people living in our area a knowledge of musical literature and church tradition that spans many centuries of Judeo-Christian history. All of us have benefited from the variety of musical offerings you've consistently given to us. We have appreciated your own compositions, which reflect knowledge of the voice capabilities of the choirs you are leading at that particular time. Thank you for involving instrumentalists from the Knoxville Symphony Orchestra and the University of Tennessee School of Music on the high and holy days of the church year. I am most impressed with how Sunday after Sunday you could get the musicians present to sing together, regardless of balance among the voices that were singing. I think this is a special gift, and not all choir directors can accomplish this performance quality. All of us appreciate your wonderful personality and infectious laugh, whether surviving the Jim Rogers glare or doubling over in mirth as we all laugh together. We recognize a truly unique person who has allowed the grace of God to flow through him. Church Street United Methodist Church in the Knoxville area are unbelievably fortunate that you came our way and remained for 3 decades. Well, bro, in a few short weeks, you will join the ranks of the retired. As of this writing, I have less than a week left before I am at last jobless. Hence, I am of no help to you now regarding coping skills. No doubt we'll stay in touch and continually remember when. Blessings, Bill. Bill Fowler. You having a hard time with this? Real quick, a few words of my own, not as eloquent as those of Jim Skay and Bill Fowler. I was in the 4th grade when Jim Rogers and his family arrived at Church Street. The youth choir was such an important and significant part of my teen years that it's hard to express in words, although I'm sure many of you have similar feelings. While I had some musical abilities outside of the choir, singing for Jim Rogers or JR on a weekly basis taught me so much, although I'm sure I didn't realize it at the time. Unfortunately for me, my family moved to Louisiana in 1985 as I was preparing for my junior year in high school. I was sad not only to leave Knoxville and West High, but Church Street and the youth choir. While we joined a large church in Baton Rouge and another when I moved to New Orleans, I always found myself comparing music programs with that of Church Street, and somehow, and not surprisingly, no other programs ever came close. What we have here is so unique and special that until you leave it, I don't think you can fully appreciate it. I moved back to Knoxville from New Orleans in June of 2006 and have since rejoined Church Street. My husband and I have a 13-year-old son, David, who's been in the youth choir this year, and it certainly feels like I've come full circle. I'm so pleased that even though it was only for a year, David's had the opportunity to sing in Jim Rogers' youth choir. The best part was I had the opportunity to go on choir tour again after 23 years. My last tour as a youth was to New York in 1985, and that's where we returned this year. However, my role was changed from youth to chaperone, but I still got to sing. What a great time we had. It brought back such wonderful memories to put on a choir robe again and follow Jim's direction. It means so much to me and my family, the entire Fletcher family. We're all 3 here tonight to honor you. Trying hard. You've been there with us through happy times and provided us with such strength and support during our difficult times, especially this year. I'm proud to call you a friend, and thank you for all you've done for me, for my family, and for this church.
Let's get the lights. We're going to hopefully take this out from up front and then get this working. There can't be. Well, while he's opening this, oh, there we go. The reunion.
It's that.
The video.
What is choir camp? Who goes to choir camp? Why do I need to go to choir camp? I'm not going to be in the choir. You can't make me. So this went on for a couple of days.